literacy program. CBSE, in partnership with Tech Avant-Garde, has launched hybrid learning program in at least one school in every district of India. A sequel to this program is the digital literacy program, which will be implemented in all the schools affiliated to CBSE. Under this program, we plan to train students, educators, and parents on digital literacy. The training will be focusing on students' digital literacy. It will be conducted for class 8 to 12th, and students will be given a certificate for the same. During summer and winter vacations, an industry internship will also be provided to the students. Educators' digital literacy will be focusing on nuances of technology and its usage. They will also be trained in teaching learning processes using technology and generating immersive content. Parents' digital literacy will be focusing on various use of technology, and parents can pursue different levels of learning depending on their interest and requirements. I would like to thank Dr. Biswajit Saha, Director Skill Education CBSE, Mr. R.P. Singh, Joint Secretary CBSE, and Mr. Satish Kumar, Deputy Secretary CBSE, for gracing the occasion. So without further ado, I call upon Dr. Biswajit Saha, Director Skill Education, to give keynote address.
Yeah, thank you, Shivangi. My colleague from CBSE, distinguished expert, and I think some of the panelist member principal from Arya Gurukul, St. Edward School, Shimla, APS Clement Town, Dehradun, principal from Riyadh International, Rohini, then I think teachers from Riyadh International School, then parents from both MS Dhoni Global School, Bangalore, and Army Welfare Education Society, Delhi. Welcome to this event. And as we are celebrating Shiksha Saptaha under the new education policy, the lot of expectations, both from the side of the parents and student community, are there. And how we can address through our school leader and principal, CBSE is trying to discuss, trying to partner with multiple organizations. And digital literacy, financial literacy, these two things came out as a key thing, which definitely we can instill to all concerned. And it is not that only the student objective, or rather a subjective journey. And that's why if you again look into the NEP document, the computational thinking becomes a primary part of the process. Our hybrid program learning with TAG and Mr. Ali is very much present here. I think that a lot of commitments are there to create a alternative infrastructure in school through which we can promote hybrid learning. And to promote hybrid learning, the primary objective is how we can digitally literate the citizen. So, with that objective, I think this kind of program is primarily really essential for all of us. And new updates in digital tool on the day before yesterday, we are highlighting, especially for the teachers, digital educator programs, which is categorically addressing the digital pedagogical requirement. Now, to reach at that level, and that is, I know our teachers are very much experts, and CBSE affiliated schools principals are also very much tech savvy. But the latest update on any software, any hardware, how you are device friendly and you are capable of utilizing, then only we can balance upon with the student. And because these days they are very much pretty advanced, but even then, for them also, polishing is required. So here I would like to request all the school leaders through this virtual forum. In many schools, we have a good infrastructure. In some schools, infrastructure may not be of that level, but board is emphasizing on digital infrastructure. a minimum requirement, whatever is written in the affiliation bylaw, you should not stop there. Rather, it would be a beginning, that benchmarking requirement you fulfill, and gradually try to enhance the capability. And that will help you not only in the school ecosystems, rather digital literacy to digital assessment. Now, if you look into all kind of competitive exams, uh, it is mostly CBT or in CBT mode, and some are still on the pen and paper mode. So, post 5 years and 10 years, the country will come up with a new agenda, and from the school level, and that too also from the early years, and even CBSE on its own terms, that is shuffle exams we are conducting for grade 3, 5th, and 8th. Believe me, we are aiming to conduct the entire assessment through online mode. How it is possible if digital literacy tools are not, students are not acquainted with this? So through this program, through our hub of learning initiative, I think wherever infrastructures are good, how you can extend this facility to others, and gradually growing together. And we have that Shohodaya concept also. Some of the principal can take that initiative also along, so that all together, through the hub of learning, through Shohodaya, through hybrid, how we can promote a culture of digital literacy in the country, that should be a commitment today. That kind of place the educator, parents, and we all can take together. Then only we can, in true sense, promote digital literacy. With this thought, let me pause here. Over to Shivangi.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. I invite our guests for panel discussion. Mr. K. Vincent, Director, Project Carte Blanche. Mr. Nilesh Rathore from Arya Gurukul, Ambernath, Maharashtra. Father Anil Vinsel Sequeira, Principal of St. Edward's, Shimla. Ms. Malvika Dikshit from APS Clementown, Dehradun. Ms. Ritu Davar from Ryan International School, Rohini. Farzana A from MS Dhoni Global School, Bangalore. Ms. Ranjini Thakur from AWES, New Delhi. And Mr. Prashant Jha, Head of Training from Tech Avantgarde. I also invite Mr. Ali Seth, CEO of Tech Avantgarde, to give an overview of digital literacy program and conduct the panel discussion. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shivangani. Thank you for the introductions. First of all, Dr. Saha, thanks a lot for giving us this opportunity for coming and getting this this entire thing launched in your presence. In your presence, and it is a wonderful kind of an experience for us, because, as you said, it is very important to have a digital literacy program going in schools, because it's the foundation. Because if you look at NEP 2020, it is a digital transformation of education. Now, when we see the digital transformation in different segments, like your telecom or in banking or other things, what they do is all their stakeholders are first trained digitally. Then the things go forward. Now, in education, what's happened is we have put the cart before the horse. We start teaching them on a digital platform, using a digital platform, but the stakeholders do not know how to operate on a digital platform. That is the main problem. So what I suggest here is that digital literacy program should be given to all three stakeholders, that is the teachers, students, and the parents, so that we do not have any kind of differences in while implementing the digital transformation program in the schools and colleges. But Dr. Saha, one more thing. You have a great vision. Without your vision, this thing wouldn't have come to pass because without you giving us the permission to first to go ahead with the hybrid learning program and now with the digital literacy program, this is all a huge vision that you have got and you have made it possible. And I also congratulate CBSE on the whole, being the first examination board to have it to implement digital transformation in the fullest form, as well as digital literacy right now for all the students, all the teachers, and all the parents. And we're going to, I mean, supposing all the schools take it seriously, all the 30,000 schools take it seriously, at least 50,000 people from each school will be benefited from this entire thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share my presentation and I'm going to uh, go forward with this entire thing. Okay. I hope you're able to see my presentation.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so what is a necessity for this digital transformation? Because after NEP 2020 has come in, what they have really, the underlying message in NEP 2020 is digital transformation of education. All right. So there's a quote saying that when digital transformation is done right, it's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. But when done wrong, all you have is a really a fast caterpillar. Now, the other thing is that digital literacies is not just for students and educators. We all we all live and work in digital networks. So we have to realize today that we all are in a connected world, in a digital world. And digital literacy is the most important part for us to go forward. Well, I mean, here the digital literacy for students, why it is important for the teaching learning process, then for the students are going to consume a lot of content. Okay, therefore, for them today the content is going to be online. Like for instance, now in the hybrid learning classrooms, we do not give anything which is printed or which is anything which is physical. It's all on a digital platform. So the students should know how to consume this particular this material. Therefore, they should therefore teaching them how to consume this material is very important. The other thing is a content creation. The students will ultimately become content creators because when they do their project work and various kind of things, they're going to create content. Suppose we don't teach them how to present the content, it's going to be difficult for them to create a content because they're going to learn digitally and write the content in their books. That's not the right thing to do. Then employability in the ITES sector. Well, some students might take engineering and go into software development and hardware designs and various kind of things. But the maximum jobs lie in the ITES sector. That is IT enabled services. So there's a huge thing. I mean, we will not take much of time here and explaining all these terminologies, but we are going to have one more function wherein we'll go deep into this thing and explain to you what is ITAS, what all these terminologies are all about, and why should a school subscribe towards this particular program. Then educators. Now, educators also are people who are going to be involved in the teaching learning process. So they need to know technology. For instance, a small thing. Today we are using a platform to communicate. Even using this platform sometimes becomes difficult for the teachers. And to go onto this platform and get students connected and all those things, nobody is going to give them any kind of a hand-holding. They should be well versed with all these platforms. Therefore, they should know how this teaching learning process takes place on a virtual and a physical mode. Then the content search. A teacher is just not going to create all the content on their own. Okay, like they take the textbooks or the reference books. Likewise, the content search is very important. Till a year back or two, we used to have search is always a Google search or a search from search engines. But today, after the chat GPT and all those things have come into the picture, now the search has become AI based search. Now, do the teachers understand the AI based search and how easy it is for searching on using the AI? All these things are very important for our educationists to know about these things. Then we have got constant consumption because teachers need to consume the content to start teaching the content. So there's a lot of consumption that takes place. Then how to consume that content also is an art. Then content creation. After you consume the content, you have to create your own content and then present it to the students. Then cybersecurity. This is very, very important for both for students as well as for parents. For students as well as for teachers, the cybersecurity is very important. Then why the parents? Why are we bringing the parents? Because let me tell you, parents are the real decision makers of which school the child goes to. Today, the parent is not interested in putting the child into a digitally empowered school. The parent will just remove the student, or remove the rewards from that. So what we need to do is, first of all, we must make the parents comfortable by giving them a really overview of what this digital environment is all about. Give them the entire rundown on digital literacy program, okay, and also teach them, not teach them, teach them, of course. I mean, tell them about this teaching learning platforms. And when the student goes back home, they shouldn't be illiterate. They shouldn't be the illiterates of the 21st century. They should know what the student is doing with those laptops or with those devices. So therefore, it's very important for them to know, understand this entire thing. And the education has to come from the school. They can't go pick up education somewhere else. Therefore, CBSE has tied up with us to give that education to those parents. Then also the cybersecurity. Parents are really bothered about the cybersecurity. They are bothered about the screen sizes and cybersecurity. These are two things that there's a lot of media reports and various kind of things. So the parents want to be doubly sure that everything is going well. Then, if the parent really goes with the programs, the 5-year program for the parents, and they do the end-to-end program, then parents also can become knowledge workers. They also can become ITS. They can be employable using the IT services or doing the ITS services. So I have just given you an overview of this. We will meet another day. I will go in depth how this entire thing works. So my next thing is I'm going to call in my guests today for a panel discussion, and they are going to talk. Shivangani already mentioned their names, and I've got 2 principals, 2 teachers, and 2 parents, and of course I have got 2 experts, Mr. Vincent and Prashant, and I'm going to ask them questions, and they're going to tell me. They're going to, inform the people here, stating that why is digital literacy an important process in the schooling system. Okay, now let me just call them, but before that, give me a minute. Okay. So I'm just trying to. Okay. Now, first, let me just go to Mr. Vincent. Mr. Vincent, are you there, sir?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just first go to Mr. Vincent, and I'm going to ask him, why is this digital literacy program? Sir, you have been in the schooling system for so many years, and you have been a principal for 24 years, and now you are leading the entire, the carte blanche program, which is a hybrid program. But tell me one thing, sir. Why is digital literacy important for all the three stakeholders like students, teachers, and parents?
Thank you, Mr. Ali, for that very relevant question. Well, as we all know, uh, we are living at a time when digital transformation has impacted every aspect of life, every sector. So, education obviously will have to fall in line or take advantage of this situation. Now, all the stakeholders, in fact, are going to benefit by using technology. And today, in fact, education doesn't happen within four walls of the classroom. And in fact, it's not just the teacher and the student who are involved in this transaction. It is the society, the various stakeholders. So you mentioned about the student, for example. The student today needs to get personalized learning, opportunity for personalized learning. That means you should use tools, the digital tools available today, and they can very well go in for personalized learning as well as obviously diverse learning opportunities and resources. So obviously student has a great advantage using technology today, using digital tools today. Now the teacher, the educator, see, obviously they need professional training all the time, and unfortunately we don't have that opportunity today. A teacher who is trained and given a degree is given a license to teach, and then one doesn't get an opportunity to go through that training all over again. Today, these digital tools will provide a teacher a continuous opportunity for professional development and remaining relevant in the times they are in. So it is very much necessary for a teacher today to use digital tools. And as far as parents are concerned, I am sure parents become participative parents if you use digital tools. Now, I'm just putting it in a nutshell briefly, but that is actually the fact. Everyone, every stakeholder in education is going to benefit by using digital literacy and, of course, technology in general. Anyway, we have a panel discussion following. I'm sure it will throw more light on what is happening in education today. But I'm glad that CBSE has taken this initiative. They should be appreciated. CBSE should be appreciated. Mr. Saha, has been very much in the forefront of this for a while, and I'm sure CBSE will take us all forward in this line. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Thank you for that. Now I'll go over to Prashant. Okay, he's the training head for Tech Avant-Garde, and now what I really want to ask to Prashant is, Prashant, do you have a relevant curriculum for the planning for parents, teachers, and students?
Yes.
How have you planned this curriculum, Prashant?
Yes, definitely, Seth. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to come and present today in front of all the schools. And yes, coming to the question, sir, yes, we are coming up with, we are already with the syllabus of digital literacy in place. And the planning and all the action plans, I'm just going to reveal it right now. So we are trying to do a kind of assistive learning platforms for our stakeholders. The three identified stakeholders from the school is the parent, the students, and the teacher. And what we are trying to do is we have created a complete comprehensive course on the digital skilling. Upskilling is very important for all of them. And we are trying to do for the teacher, it's a 3-year of upskilling project. For parent and students, it's a 5-year of upskilling project. And one thing which I need to highlight here is it is all about assisted learning. So example, we are mainly focusing on the hands-on experience in our training program. So when it is coming to the first year, it is relevant to our student. It helps them especially in their important skills like foundation in IT technology. It's helped them in the critical thinking and also digital citizenships. These are the main relevance for the students. And from the first year, Second year, they are going to learn a basic skills, and ultimately in the third, fourth, fifth year, they can have a various careers opportunities, and they are actually become employable because they know how to use technology for a purpose. Same goes to parents. Today, parents are also have to involve into students' digital needs. They have to see their online notices, events, alerts, a lot of things which is going on. Also, they have to protect them from the cyberbullying, and also help them in setting up the beautiful digital footprints. So all those things, parents also requires a comprehensive training in multilingual concepts, and because of that reason, we are trying to have the 5 years of training programs to make the parents as a empowered parent. Likewise, when it comes to the teachers plays a very crucial role because they are a kind of shadow for the entire program. They have to actually implement internally in the school campuses to assist them. And for teachers, we have done first year empowering them with various certification, various skills from all the industry partners, and making sure that they become a empowered educator in the first year. They get all the relevant certificates in that area, and they know how to use technology in the right pedagogy manner, because we are using the ICT pedagogy manner. We are using the Gen Extramuros, and second year they become an adroit mentor. So they know how to implement software. By the time they will have all the expert certifications with them. Third year, they are. I'm pretty sure that with the cooperation of teachers, they become a knowledge worker, and in the knowledge worker programs, they have the opportunity to influence to make sure that the community is going to develop, because today India is again divided in two parts. One side of India is doing a lot in education, a lot in technology, and one side it is still we are lacking behind. So this gap we are trying to fulfill, and the concept of the training will be it's like theory plus practical. We have a studio in the Bangalore. From the Bangalore studio, we are conducting the sessions, and with the latest way, with the help of beautiful industry partners, we are conducting this kind of sessions. And after the sessions, the students will get a hands-on experience. So 80% of the sessions will be like with the help of theory, and 20% will be more on the physical person will go there and assist them. Plus, I will also say if 9 hours of the theory session is there, 11 hours is the practical sessions. So it is that ratio. So we wanted the 5 years, it's the real transformation for the education.
Okay, thank you, Prashant. Thank you for this. A wonderful insight, and it's very important that we train our parents and train our teachers as well as the students in this entire digital literacy, because ultimately the literacy, digital know-how is what is going to get them across the bridge in this new era of learning. Okay, let me just now go to Mr. Nilesh Rathod. He's the principal of Arya Gurukul, Ambernath. Mr. Rathod, thanks a lot for coming. Are you there, Mr. Rathod?
Yes, good morning, Hariom, everyone.
Good morning, sir. Now, I'd like to ask you this question. How can a school leadership effectively integrate digital literacy into the existing curriculum to enhance students' learning outcomes?
First of all, thank you, Tech Avantgarde and CBSE for this opportunity, and Mr. Ali's personally to you. Thank you for this. So, when as a leader, we are going for the digital literacy, the vision and the plan is a must. So first of all, school to school, the vision may be different and the plan may be different, because first of all, we need to understand that for my school, what will be the vision for digital literacy? We have to set the objectives and create a roadmap. That is the first thing that we have to do as a leader. Then the second thing goes like professional development of the teachers. When we are going for the professional development of the teachers, rightly being taken by Mr. Prashant, that the professional development of the teachers need to be done in a right manner according to the requirements. The third one is the integration of the curriculum. Now, when we are talking about the integration of the curriculum, it may be embedding the digital skill among the teachers, students, and then to a higher one, that is the third aspect of the system, that is parents. This is very, very important. And in the school, what we are trying to do is basically, I'll talk about my school. is project-based learning and reading challenges that we are doing in a very extensive manner and doing it in the school itself. Then the most important thing is access to the technology. That is one of the aspects that we need to look into, so that ensuring the accessibility as well as utilizing the edtech tools. Now for this, again, the training part comes into picture. So training has to be given. Now, during all these things, it is the children, the parents, as well as the teachers are prone to get many ill effect of digitalization, what we are talking about. So digital citizenship is a must. That means making them responsible enough to understand how to use it and promote critical thinking. This is very, very important, that promoting that critical thinking ability among the children, parents, as well as among the teacher is very, very important. As I rightly been told, that taking along the community and parent. So for that also, engaging parents either in the form of training and then community partnership. This is very, very important and very much required. After doing all this, continuous assessment and improvement is there, and innovative teaching tools that we are supposed to be using. So I think this is something what a leader has to do. And go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Rathore. I mean, that was a lovely answer to my question, and that's why you're one of the forerunners as principal. Now I'll go to Father Anil Swekwera from Edward School, Shimla. Good morning, Father. Are you there?
Yes, good morning, sir.
How are you, Father?
Very fine, thank you, sir.
Okay. Father, I have got a question for you, saying that what strategies can be implemented to ensure equitable access to digital resources to all students, regardless of their social economic background?
Well, this is a very big challenge, actually, for all students. But we can always try. For example, you've been always saying in various forums, this whole partnership.
Yeah.
So I think partnership would be the first thing that could work. Now we just tried it after hearing your sessions, and even Prashanja, we tried it. So what we did, we adopted 2 schools at various levels, and then we started with just one board, and it is working. So I think it's a small step, very small step actually, but I think it's a very effective step. So I think this partnership, if we start encouraging more people to join us, this will be a very effective forum actually.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Father. Thanks a lot. Because it makes a lot of sense for a hill station school like yours to have that community outreach going. Because your school might be an elite school, and you'll be getting a lot of people who will come and back your school up. But as you said, you should go ahead and adopt a few schools and get them into the community and start training them, and whatever the resources are there with you, you can share the resources with them. And that's the greatest thing that you can ever do, Father. And thanks a lot for sharing that.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Father. Now I'm going to Ritu Dhawan, Ms. Ritu Dhawan. Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm there.
Good morning. Ma'am, I'm just going to, I have got a question for you. It says, today's effective learning in the classroom depends on digital tools. What are the tools students should know in today's scenario? In today's scenario, I mean, you know that you're a project coordinator, you're a DTHL coordinator. You have done so much with the students in terms of technology. So, what is your take on this, ma'am?
Thank you, sir, for this insightful question that you've asked. I would like to highlight here that skill-based learning is an important factor in NEP 2020 as well. And we all must note that amongst the top 20 skills in the demand for future job seekers, proficiency in Microsoft Office is considered the 3rd most required skill for job applicants. That means equipping our students with digital skills have become most important in order to spark their curiosity and develop productivity in them. Digital skills that frame an effective learning environment includes technical skills, communication and collaborative skills, and digital citizenship. In today's digital classroom, students can enhance their digital skills by learning tools like LMS. Uh, the most commonly used are Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, and these tools are getting developed every year. So tools like Search Coach, supported by Microsoft Teams, provide secure research platform for students. Additionally, tools like Dictate, Immersive Reader, and Translate also helps the differently able students to handle their study content smartly and efficiently. So we have a whole lot of tools that can equip our students for technical skilling. Using tools like Google Drive and OneDrive, which supports cloud storage, improves students' communication and collaborative skills. These tools enable real-time collaboration and resources shared both inside and beyond classrooms. When students are empowered digitally, they definitely feel confident and creative. But with great power comes great responsibility also. So our students should also learn to be responsible netizens. And honing this digital skill in our students should be the most foremost priority over any other digital skill. After all, safety is the foremost concern for both parents and schools if it comes to our students. Using online tools like CyberWise, students learn to critically evaluate online content and recognize misinformation. In fact, Google's Be Internet Aware tool. This tool also helps students learn through interactive gaming how they can track their online action, what impact those actions have there on digital footprint, and also on their future opportunities. And of course, not to forget, the students should be trained with the use of antivirus softwares for their safety. By integrating such digital tools and fostering essential digital skills, we prepare our students not only for academic success, but also for the responsible and secure digital future. So I congratulate everyone for this milestone achievement for the launch of this course and hope we will all continue working together to create a digitally empowered generation, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Ritu. Thanks a lot for that lovely explanation and well said, because all these are very important tools for students to take this entire thing forward. And you, as a very experienced educator, has defined everything. Thanks a lot for that. And maybe in the next meetings when we have, I think we'll give you a more opportunity to come and really demonstrate what you do in your institution. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure, sir, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'll go to Malvika Dixit. Ma'am, are you there?
Ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Yes, you're audible. Ma'am, the question to you is digital literacy combines both knowing the mobile apps as well as the desktop apps, and what precautions we should take before we let students start using all these different technologies.
Thank you, sir, for this question. And I think as we all know, that we are surrounded with the digital tools, and digital literacy has become a very integral part of our life. The first thing that we should like to work on is to become a digital uh, citizenship. Like we should be more responsible towards dealing with digital information. Secondly, there should be security. There should be cyber security to be handled at teachers' part, so that the students can ensure whatever content they are using online should not, the security and the privacy should not be compromised. And with this, I think the student must know about how to create the strong password, how to ensure firewall setup. They should be more responsible towards getting information from the internet, because every student nowadays is doing a project work and they do in the collaboration. So we should tell them about the intellectual property rights, that the content that they are getting from there, it should not be, the credit should be given to the source, and it should be taken care of by the students to give a credit to the source. So at last, I can say that by ensuring all these precautions, we as teachers can create like a digital learning, safe digital learning environment for the students. That's it, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you for this very insightful answer. Now I'm going over to a teacher come parent. Okay. I'm going to Miss Rajni Thakur. She is part of AWES and she trains many institutions. About AWS has got about 139 institutions across the country, and she is in charge of training them, as well as she's a parent. Her child studies in Shankar Vihar, APS Shankar Vihar, and a child goes to the hybrid class or hybrid section, as you would call it. Now, she's in a very interesting position to give us a good answer to what question I'm going to ask her. Are you there, Ms. Ranjani?
Yes, good morning to all of you. And I'm really very happy to be here with all the parents, teachers, and all the policymakers actually. Things is that now 50%, 60% of parents that I interact with, they understand the importance of unlimited dimensions that assistive learning tools can give to their children. They understand that. But now as a parent, they also understand that they're very important stakeholders. And it is imperative for us and all the parents to understand the pros and cons of technology usage by the children when they are first-hand users. Now, cyber safety is one of the important aspects which is there in every parent's mind. Actually, if they stop their children or stop themselves from being included in this particular journey, which is now going to happen, of course. So this is one thing which really comes up in their minds. And for this, what we can do is that we can be a little more well aware as a parent. I'll come down to what as an institution we can do. But as a parent, we can be well aware of. We can take up some minor courses by which we understand what our children are facing in their classrooms. Now, after the cyber safety, for which a collaborative approach should be taken by the school and for the parent themselves too. Now, screen time is also one of the parts which is always there in the parent's mind. And whenever, as you all must be, you're from the school's principal, so you must be knowing that parents come up with the screen time issue. So for this, I really thought about that. What can be there if you just can't, the importance of using the screen and how exactly you can work on it. Well, if the approach towards the curriculum inclusion in wherever the technology is included, the inclusion is there in the curriculum. If it is very crisp and clear that what is a classroom learning, board learning, where the technology has to be included, and the parent, child, and the school completely understands that how much is the technology inclusion in the main curriculum, then that would be a very clear picture would be there in front of the parents that okay, this much is a technology inclusion. If it is not very clear, then number of tools given separately here and there are a number of things which floats around in the school for the children. So that becomes the navigation becomes a little difficult for the parents. So if it's all centralized and the school is very clear about what they are giving to how many children, and the parent is also clear about that where all in curriculum the technology is included and how much the child would be really using it, and then what the child would be gaining. And of course, what we just spoke about the digital footprint and where they would be leading it to. So all the big picture is clear to the parent. I'm sure none of the parent would ever refuse to be the part of this great journey. So this is my take on this as a parent, actually. Yes, Mr. Sen.
Absolutely. Well said, Rajni. Rajni, I mean, we will include you in many other occasions like this or many other events like this, because you bring a lot of experience in terms of being an educator, bring a trainer of the principals as well as a parent, so you can just connect those dots very well for us. And plus, advise the stakeholders rightly so that this is the right way to go and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for coming today. Okay, now I'm going to Farzana. She's from MS Dhoni School, Hosu, and she's been with us for a long, long time. And she's been in forefront of converting her school into a showcase school, Microsoft Showcase School. She's a MIEE herself, and she's MCE graduate, and she's also a parent. So,
Yes.
so I'm going to Ms. Farzana right now, and ma'am, I'm going to ask you a question. How can parents support their children's digital literacy development at home, especially in the terms of safety and responsibility of internet usage? Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Ali and CBSE for the wonderful opportunity. It's a pleasure joining in this discussion. Pretty much, I think Rajni ma'am has touched upon all the key concerns that a parent would have. So to answer to this question as an educator and parent, I believe that supporting our children's digital literacy development at home, especially in terms of safety and responsible internet use, requires a thoughtful and comprehensive approach. Now, this involves a main focus on three key areas, I would say. Firstly, choosing the right device is crucial. We must ensure the devices our children use are appropriate for their age and the educational need that it calls for. It's important to select the reliable devices that support the necessary software and applications for their learning. And as parents, we should also be familiar with the device's operating system and its capabilities, making sure it aligns with their educational goals, you see. And so rather than buying them the most expensive and latest devices, which might sound fancy and prestigious to us as parents, providing them with what is essential for their age would suffice, is my opinion. And secondly, we need to emphasize secure connectivity, as many of you have already established. Establishing a safe online environment starts with a secure and stable internet connection. So this means implementing strong cybersecurity measures such as installing antivirus softwares and using secure passwords are vital. And parental controls are essential to protect our children from any inappropriate content and online threats as well. Moreover, educating them about safe browsing practices, the risks associated with sharing personal information online is also vital for their digital safety. And lastly, I would like to touch upon the fact that we cannot overlook the importance of ergonomics and a suitable learning environment that we can create for them. So providing them the right physical setup at home, such as a comfortable chair, the desk at the right height, the proper lighting facility, can significantly impact our children's learning experience, is what I feel. A well-designed study area basically not only promotes a good posture and physical health, but also enhances their ability to concentrate and engage with their studies. So both as an educator and as a parent, I see this comprehensive approach as essential for fostering a positive, productive, and secure digital experience for our children, ensuring they use technology in a safe, responsible, and effective manner.
Thank you, Ms. Farzana. Thank you for that insight, because you have got a lot of experience on technology, and of course, a lot of parents are not as blessed as you are in terms of technology know-how. But it's good to have people like you all come and speak and tell the schools and the parents and the teachers that this is the right way to go. And I really, I congratulate the CBSE, especially Dr. Saha and his team, like Mr. R.P. Singh, as well as Mr. Satish, for having put this entire concept together. It is not easy. Okay, this requires some deep thinking and then coming out with the concept and and coming out with not 1 year or just a small training, which will make do arrangement. This is, but for the students, it's a training for 5 years. For parents, it's a training for 5 years. And for teachers, it's a training for 3 years. Now, when you do consistent trainings, that's when you transform. Otherwise, transformation is not easy. It is not easy at all. Because if you have if you do not if it doesn't become a part of your DNA, then digital literacy just stays as digital literacy as a word. It doesn't become a part of your day-to-day work. Today, today is this week is a week that we celebrate the NEP 2020. Okay, and NEP 2020 is one of the greatest things that could have happened to this country. And if we turn the corner and adopt NEP 2020 and digital transformation in education, our country will be ahead of everybody else in the world for next 1,000 years. Because any society which adopts the latest education system is the most progressive society of the world. That has been on records. You can see whether it was a Gurukul system, it was us, the Chinese and the Arabs who were way ahead of the world. Then came the four walls of the classroom where the Westerners took over. And now is a chance for us to move forward. And the government is supporting. So it is only for us to start. And plus, the board is supporting. It's not easy for the board to put this program. And one last line I would like to put here, which has not been said by anybody. This entire program is free of cost. Nobody pays for anything. All right? Because this entire program, whether it's training the students, training the teachers, or training the parents, all these trainings are free of cost. Therefore, I want the schools to think deeply into this entire thing. This is the best opportunity you can ever get. The board has taken put forward the best foot. They have put the best foot forward. Do not waste this opportunity. Go ahead, enroll in the program. As Prashant said, there is 80% would be online and 20% would be in person. And this is assisted learning. It's not that we are going to give you some kind of a website, so you learn from the website to know what's happening. But here there'll be a hot-blooded person on the other side of the screen or in your classrooms who will come and teach. And plus, we are also going to give you industry experience. We are tied up with NASCOM, we are tied up with different organizations for industry experience. So by the time that you finish this course, you will be a tech guru. Well, that is very important today because having technical skills is very important. Now, I have said what I have to say. I have conducted the panel discussion. I hope you liked it, and there were experts here and they spoke very well. And now I go over to Shivangani. Over to you, Shivangani. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ali sir, and the panelists for your insights. Now I invite Ms. Roshni Kumar, Director of TAG, to give vote of thanks.
Shivangani, after this, we'll play the video. After Roshni finishes, we'll play the videos.
All right.
Thank you, Shivangani. A very good afternoon to everyone gathered here. We thank the CBSE for launching digital literacy program in partnership with Tech Avant-Garde. We are happy that all stakeholders of the school have attended the program. Society is tending towards a technology-dependent world. It is now necessary to implement digital technology in education. This often includes having computers in the classroom, the use of educational software to teach curricula, and course materials that are made available to students online. We request you to register your institution in the digital literacy program. We request your active participation while we train different stakeholders of your school. I thank our panelists for their inputs. I end today's session by quoting Douglas Engelbart, and I quote, "The digital revolution is far more significant than the invention of writing or even printing." Wishing you endless empowerment. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
I want to thank all the participants for joining the launch of Digital Literacy Program. Digital literacy bridges the digital divide, ensuring that everyone has equal access to information and opportunities. It fosters open, inclusive, and secure societies, and we are glad to handhold you on this journey. In case of queries, you can reach out to us and we will have your queries resolved. Thank you for joining us again. Stay healthy and stay safe.